up, my motherfuckers? I'm sitting here weed worshiping, pothead pontificating as I do. This one's gonna be fun. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard the story of me in Iceland, but there was a time where I got called on to help pretty up the command. We had a bigwig coming, admiral, yada yada yada, what a NAVCON, apparently the director of communications for the entire Eastern Hemisphere or whatever. He was a bigwig. And so they needed a work crew to clean up the command, and sweep, mop, dust. That's what they wanted done, and they should have asked somebody else to lead the crew, but they didn't. Well, they probably didn't ask for me. Actually, I was always a go-getter. It needs to be done. Get out of my way. Yeah, honestly, I don't remember if I lobbied for the slot or what, but for whatever reason, Seaman Giles became in charge of the work crew for the upkeep of the base to get it ready for NAVCOM time, blah, 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 blah. Alphabet guy, brass all over, one of those types. And he shows up. It was a weird work week. It was a weird work week because I was at E3, but the nature of my unit, I was the lowest in the fucking building. I think there was an E2 that was on a different shift than me, who came to work with me a couple times, but essentially I was low man on the totem pole. But every division had to send people to help out. I think I had to do 20 to 40 hours with them, and they were, E4s, E5s. I even had a couple E6s show up. But it went good. We got a lot of stuff done. The bigwig comes. The inspection goes horribly. Everybody is confused. The admiral is pissed almost from the start. Just I'm exaggerating, but from my witnesses, it was very clear that the admiral was unhappy. And so it didn't surprise anybody when the inspection came to an end and they went to the captain's office to discuss what happened, that the volume in the room suddenly escalated significantly. Have you ever in your life gotten your ass chewed out for doing too good of a job? My captain did that day. Oh, what was it? Captain Lover, I believe? I apologize, boss. From the deepest parts of my heart, I apologize. So what happened when they got into the room? Well, the admiral was hot. They had done a inspection of the compound and the radio facilities, and the admiral wanted to know what the fuck, who had approved this, who allowed it, who the fuck is going to jail. I don't know if he threatened to send anybody to jail, but he was quite certain thousands and thousands of dollars had been spent on a renovation. He actually thought Captain Lover had hired an Icelandic work crew to come in and fix the place up to get it ready for when he came. And he was mad. Oh, God. And I would like to tell you that what I had done was miraculous. I had painted the Sistine Chapel. Nah, I just fluffed it up a little bit. And again, they wanted me to strip the deck, paint the walls. I was outside one day and I'm looking at the fucking walls and it was irritating me. The building was poured concrete and there were these seams everywhere from where the concrete was poured. Now, love my dad to death, one of my favorite men ever, but he didn't spend much time talking to me or teaching me things. Nature of my age makes me hard to deal with, and he was no different than anybody else. Refresh, sorry. Puff, puff if you got. So one of the things my daddy had taught me was how to operate a belt sander. I only got a few hours running it, but it was one of the best times of my life, man. I got to spend some time with my dad. He taught me how to do some shit. We laughed. I fucked up. I dug a little deep on the first swipe or two, and always looked at it every time I come in to get you. And I'm like, I did that. Shit, sorry. But it went smooth after that. I got better. And so when I came to Iceland and got in charge of the base upkeep, I said, well, fuck, I can get rid of that. And I did. But the thing is, nobody wanted me to. They're like, I was trying to find a fucking belt sander everywhere, and all the you don't need that. That's not necessary. It's no big deal. All right, cool. But nobody said no. You can't do that. They just said they didn't want to help. That's an important communication you need to have, Mr. Giles, if you don't want him to pursue. If you tell him no, and you're in a position of authority, all right, cool. I'll find something else to do. But if you leave Mr. Giles wiggle room, well, he gonna wiggle. So I had a couple buddies, we're drinking buddies, that were, they weren't sales, they were CBs. So on my lunch one day, I went to visit the fellas at the shop. And I said, guys, here's a situation. I come back a few minutes later with heavy grit sandpaper, belt sander, and goggles, and hat, and whole fucking 9 yards. I can't tell you the number of, I don't know, supervisors knew what I had done, what was walking out like, oh my goodness, what's this guy doing? There I was out there sanding that fucking building down. It only took 3, maybe 4 hours labor. That wasn't like something they asked for. And then we did something else to the tile that was a little different, but I don't remember what it was. It was the sand in the fucking building down that made the admiral think that the whole place had been renovated, and nobody in the chain of command wanted me to do it. So there was a captain getting his ass chewed out for doing too good of a job on something he didn't want to do. He later described it as one of the most surreal ass chewings he had ever experienced in his life. So here we are, 30 years later. I just related this story to an employer recently, and lo and behold, I came across some of my military records. And I came across the greatest compliment I think I've ever received in my life. So this is my letter of commendation. Again, this is for what was supposed to be a clean the hall work detail. The awards don't stop here. But okay, so your selection is a direct reflection of your outstanding professionalism, achievement, and superior performance of duty while carrying out your responsibilities in the operations department. Fair enough. Your self-motivation, and this is the good part, and aggressive work habits contributed significantly to the success of your department accomplishing this. Commanding officer translation, you were a fucking asshole. Thank you. Oh, I love my life.